shapes our world. Let's explore how Rome built and maintained its empire. Rome's military was more than an army. It was an engine of conquest. Legions of professional soldiers serving for decades formed a disciplined, adaptable force unmatched in the ancient world. Their weapons and tactics, shields, gladius, pila, were designed for brutal efficiency. The legion's flexibility allowed commanders to adapt to any battlefield, overwhelming enemies with methodical precision. But legions were also builders who constructed roads, If the legions were Rome's muscle, engineering was its skeleton. The Romans perfected concrete, building structures that still stand today. Their roads, over 80,000 kilometers, connected the empire, enabling rapid movement of armies and goods. These roads were marvels of construction, built to last and to bind the empire together. Aqueducts brought fresh water to cities, supporting populations in the hundreds of thousands. This infrastructure transformed towns into miniature Romes, spreading imperial culture and commerce. Urbanization was a tool of Romanization. By providing Roman amenities, the empire encouraged its subjects to adopt Roman ways. The physical world was remade in Rome's image, making the empire a daily reality for millions. Engineering was not just about utility, it was a statement of power and civilization. A new forum, amphitheater, or aqueduct signaled Rome's presence and promise of a better life. The empire's infrastructure was its most visible, enduring legacy. Through bricks and mortar, Rome shaped the ancient world and ours. The skeleton of empire still stands beneath our feet. Roman law was the true empire, governing millions across cultures. At its heart, the idea that law is rational, predictable, not arbitrary. The system evolved from 12 pages of vast bodies of rules, shaping concepts like contract, property, and corporation. Roman courts were the set across the empire, building commerce and justice to make it possible. The Romans used a high reputation for universal law for all subjects, citizens and all. This adaptability made justice accessible. As citizenship spread, so did the law. The shared Roman identity. Universal law applied to everyone, first and foremost. This system was fair to justice, the empire's longevity. Roman laws continued to be the law was an invisible empire binding its people together. Its legacy is still felt in every courtroom today. Trade was the empire's lifeblood, flowing along its roads and sea lanes. Rome created the largest single market of the ancient world, where goods moved safely from Britain to Egypt. The Roman navy suppressed piracy, turning the Mediterranean into a bustling commercial hub. Grain, wine, oil, pottery, and luxury goods crisscrossed the empire, enriching merchants and artisans. Standardized currency, gold, silver, and bronze coins, simplified transactions and unified the economy. Foreign more than food, but in the more economic integration fostered the provinces specialized in prosperity. Participation in this vast market brought opportunity and taxes to the world. The benefits of trade often outweigh the burdens of conflict. The empire's economic unity was a powerful force for good. Roman coinage and commerce connected people across continents. The marketplace was the empire's gold and money were the silent engines of Roman power. The Pax Romana, Rome's 2 centuries of peace, was enforced by military might, not goodwill. The legions guarded the frontiers, ending the chaos of civil war and invasion. For Rome, this peace was security, predictability, and chance to prosper. Yet, on the borders, the legions fought constant skirmishes, and rebellions were crushed without empire suppressed local conflicts, acting as ultimate arbiter of policemen. This stability allowed Roman culture and institutions to take root across vast areas. That's what makes the empire's great and its most persuasive argument. It made it a civilization. To understand Rome's script, look at daily life. In cities like Pompeii, mornings bustled with business in the forum, merchants, lawyers, politicians. The city was alive with sounds, smells, and the energy of commerce. By midday, focus shifted to leisure public baths, socializing, and relaxation. Baths were social equalizers, open to all classes, reinforcing the idea of a caring state. Entertainment was grand and brutal. Gladiator games, chariot races, used to keep the populace content. In the countryside, life was harder, dictated by seasons and toil. Even rural peasants felt Rome's presence, their grain-fed cities and armies. Their roads brought the empire to their door. Roman coins, laws, and customs reached every corner. The empire shaped lives from senator to slave, city to farm. Roman power was inescapable, woven into the fabric of daily existence. The ordinary Roman everyday life was the true measure of Rome's reach. How did Rome turn conquered peoples into Romans? Assimilation was pragmatic, not forced. Adopting Roman ways brought power and prestige. Local elites were co-opted, offered status and citizenship in exchange for loyalty. They became agents of Romanization, spreading culture and building in the Roman style. Religion was flexible. Local gods merged with Roman ones as long as loyalty to the emperor was shown. Was more political than spiritual, a declaration of allegiance. Over time, a hybrid identity emerged. The North African could be fully Roman without ever seeing Italy. Romanitas became about shared values, rights, and loyalties, not ethnicity. This inclusive identity was a key strength, renewing the empire with new talent. The world didn't just submit to Rome, it became Roman. The empire's greatest conquest was the hearts and minds. Roman identity was a living, evolving idea. It made the empire resilient, adaptable, and enduring. The Roman Empire eventually fell, but its legacy never vanished. Its influence is woven into our languages: Spanish, French, Italian, and even English. Our legal systems, city planning, and architecture all bear Rome's imprint. The Catholic Church inherited Rome's structure, language, and much of its authority. Roman ideas of citizenship, law, and governance shaped Western civilization. The empire's roads, aqueducts, and monuments